My husband started coming home from work looking pale and tired. He barely talked to me, and he became extremely distant. He didn't seem like my husband anymore, and it was starting to affect my relationship with him. For the next few nights, he was coming home looking worse than the night before. Until one day, he fell through the door, barely holding himself. "Honey, you're starting to scare me. What the hell is happening to you?"
I can't tell you. You just have to trust I'm doing the right thing.
I needed to know what my husband was up to, so the next day I decided to follow him when he left for work. He worked in an office in town, so I was more than suspicious when he started to travel in the opposite direction. Thoughts of him cheating on me played on a loop in my mind. I was thinking the worst, but nothing could be worse than him cheating on me. He stopped his car before getting out and disappearing behind the doors of an abandoned building. I found it strange because the building was in the middle of nowhere. I got out of my car and began peering through one of the many dirty windows. I was lost for words as my husband stripped naked before men in white overalls took his clothes. What happened next was like something straight out of a horror movie. A giant-sized praying mantis came out from one of the many doors in the building and approached my husband. My husband walked over to it and started doing a weird dance as if he was trying to impress the creature. When it was satisfied, the praying mantis embraced him. I was suddenly sick to my stomach as he started having sex with the creature. I nearly lost all control of my faculties as the praying mantis bit onto my husband's head and began chewing it like an apple as he came. The people in white overalls dragged my husband's body into a different room. I went around the back of the building to see where they brought my husband's body. In the room were a few large eggs. Some seemed to be rattling as if they were ready to hatch. The torment of watching my husband die barely sank in when all of a sudden, a man who looked identical to my husband emerged from one of the eggs. The men in white overalls came in and gave the man who looked like my husband the clothes they took from my husband before he died, and a large brown envelope with cash, and sent him on his way. I sat for a moment to gather my thoughts, but all I could think was, this is so much worse than him cheating.